All right, fourth grade, we're back for another day with elapsed time today. So what that means is that I want to know how much time has passed, and we're going to use a number line just like I reminded you yesterday. And so I want to see how much time has gone on between a starting point and an ending point. And so we're going to look together at this first one where I know that I am going to start at 7:05, and I want to know how much time has passed between 7:05 and 7:50. And so I had a number line that was already marked out, and you'll notice that my number line is in 5-minute increments. It goes from 7 o'clock to 7:05, 7:10, okay? And I am looking here at my start time at 7:05, and so I put a dot on 7:05, and I marked it with an S, so I know that's where I'm starting. Now, I know also that I need to end at 7:50, so I'm also going to put a dot here, and I marked it with an F. Now here comes the fun part, where I'm going to make some jumps. Now, I don't want to make 5-minute jumps every time, because that might just take a little bit. But what I did is I went from 7:05 to 7:10, because that got me to a rounder number. And then I thought, well, if I could get to 7:30 or 7:40 even, that would be even better. So I went and I said, well, I'm going to make a 30-minute jump to end at 7:40. And then I needed only 10 more minutes to finish at 7:50. So I still don't know how much time has passed because I need to add these up. So then I would take 10 plus 30 is 40. And 5 means that there were 45 minutes that passed between 7:05 and 7:50. So we're going to practice another one where I don't already have it on there for you. So I'm using my number line, and this says how much time has passed between 4:15 and 4:50. Now my number line is already made and labeled for me, but I started using the hour that it's currently in, and I just went ahead to the next hour since I'm still in 4 for both of them. So my number line is from 4 to 5. So remember, I'm going to mark my starting point, and that was 4:15. So I'm going to mark it here with a dot and an S. That's where I'm starting, and I'm going to end at 4:50. I'll finish with an F. Okay, well, I can see that 15 minutes would get me to 4:30. So I'm going to jump and say that was 15 minutes. Well, I kind of want to have it where I'm adding some whole even numbers. So 30, and I'm ending at 50. Well, I think I could go 10 minutes here to 4:40, and then one more jump of 10 minutes to 4:50. Now, there is more than one way to make your jumps all the way from start to finish. But I made these jumps, and now I can add them. And I know I can add 10 and 10 in my head. 10 plus 10 is 20. And then 15 makes 35. Of course, I could always add them vertically to check that there were 35 minutes had passed. So you're going to have 2 number lines that you're going to practice today, and they'll look like this. So you'll have 2 number lines that are labeled for you. But you're also going to find that sometimes if I want to know what time has passed, I might not always have a number line given to me. And so now I have these clocks. And so we're going to look, first of all, at this clock right here. So I have an analog clock. I need to determine what time is it on this clock. Well, I see my hour hand and my minute hand. My hour hand is right at 3. So it is 3, and I look for my minutes. I know the one is 5 minutes, and then I count my tick marks, 6, 7. So it is 3:07 p.m., and I notice this is p.m. as well. And now I need to figure out what time is it. Well, it looks like it's 4:39. Remember, it's still in between the 4 and 5, so that means it's the 4 o'clock hour. And it's not quite here. It's right at this line, which is 39. Okay, so I have 3:07 as my start time, and 4:39 is my end time. These are much more specific than my last one, so I'm going to draw my number line myself, And I'm going to start it at 3 o'clock. And I'm going to end it at 5 o'clock. So notice this time I have 2 hours, which means I can put 4 o'clock right in the middle. I'm going to keep labeling. I'm going to go 3:30 and 4:30. Okay. In between would be 3:15, 3:45, 4:15, 4:45. Notice I'm going by 15 minutes because I'm marking in the halfway point. Now, if I had 3:07 and I need to get to 4:39, well, I can tell that that could take me. I'm going to mark my 3:07 right here. I'll get a new color for you. And I'm going to say this is 3:07. Well, I am over an hour. I could jump all the way here to 4:07. And I know that I'm ending, here's 4:30. So I know I'm ending at 4:39 right here. Okay? And I got to 4:07. Well, that's kind of tricky. So I'm going to jump. This was 60 minutes. Then from 4:07 is where I ended. I'm going to jump to 4:15, and I know that's 8 minutes. That just made it a little bit easier to get to a bigger number. And then 4:15 to 4:30 is 15 minutes. So fourth graders, here's the key. You are finding increments that work for your adding. Then from 4:30 to 4:39, there's my winning minute, 9 more minutes. So I have all of my minutes that I jumped written up top. So now it's time for me to add them. So we're going to say 60 minutes. And then I added in, I'm going to next go to 15, and I'm going to add these two first. And that gives me 75. Now I can add on 8 minutes. And that gives me 83. And the last one I had was 9 minutes. And that gives me 92 minutes. So it's a little bit trickier when I don't have that timeline ready, but we're going to keep practicing on using that number line.